It's friggin' Summer Schlam. What's going on, everybody? Sorry for the delay. We had about a 1 hour power outage out of nowhere, but that didn't stop you crazy buggers. There was like 100 people just sitting in the chat room, just waiting, just chatting it up. Thank you for being patient. Thanks for waiting. And it's Summer Schlam time. It's Summer Schlam. 2021 Summer Schlam. If you're here for Matt Madness will resume. The finals of Matt Madness will be here live. Not next week, but the week after. Scheduling issues. Not with me, but with people, people out there who just can't make it happen. I just have to be flexible. As flexible as it can be. And I'm almost touching my toes for these people. Look at shirt from DC. Porter. It's a shirt from DC. Thanks, DC, for the shirt. And tonight's 2021 Summer Schlam is brought to you by DC as well. DC has provided the samples for tonight's Summer Schlam. David Rose, that's perfect. You came live after my tacos arrived. Heck yeah. Friggin' tacos. Delicious. Thrasher, Matt. Your Huckleberry says, I'm getting schlammered. Heck yeah. A lot of people spell schlammered SHLAMMERD, but that's not the correct way because anybody can be schlammered. But it takes just a lot of bourbon to be schlammered, whereas that's where the C comes in. It's just getting schlammered. Tonight, we have a different spin on Summer Schlam than we did last year. Last year in Summer Schlam, what I did is I took two different whiskeys from each weight class, and we went head to head to determine what my favorites were in each weight class. This year, what we're doing, two blind flights, a rye flight and a bourbon flight, and I'm scoring these whiskeys as we go. If you're unfamiliar with what I've been doing lately, I started scoring whiskeys. Took a little page out of Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews, and that's what I'm doing. I'm now scoring whiskeys. So tonight, I'm going to score 10 blind whiskeys, and then we'll do the reveal to find out if I'm really stupid or how I score whiskeys when they're blind. Just going to be a fun time. I have 5 bourbons and 5 ryes. And then I have a Johnny Smokin' Gun surprise. So at the end of tonight, we're going to see how Johnny Smokin' Gun scores on the old 1 to 10 scale. Mark Rowland, let's get schlammer, Matt. Mark, what's going on, Mark? Thanks so much. Brian says, still recovering from crying about the Dickel Tabasco video. That stuff is bad. That is bad stuff. Hey, Tom Flanagan is in the house. What's up, Tom? I thought you mountain people were all in solar energy. Not here. I could be. I could put a solar panel on my back. So can you imagine? Oh, look at the back of the shirt. The back of the shirt's got the old logo on it. Looking good. Thanks, DC, for making it look so good. What a guy, the DC. Freaking love DC. What's everyone doing tonight? How's everybody doing? Thanks for being patient with me. Thanks for being awesome and amazing. Like I said, the finals of Matt Madness will not be next week, but the week after. Too bad the shelf turds aren't in chat. Friggin' love the shelf turds. I told them that I was going to do a little Johnny Smokin' Gun, and David said that he's going to keep an ear to the street. So we'll see. They're going on a bit of a vacay this weekend. All right, let's get started with Summer Schlam since we're already running what I would consider to be an hour late. An hour late, not great, but just fine and dandy. The podcast greases in his hands. Getting the kids down, but about to watch soon. Heck yeah. 180 people in chat. Thank you for being here. DC really I should have been doing this while the power was out. I didn't know it was duct tape, though. Duct tape. All right. This is A. America, into a professional tasting glass. I better not go full hizzy on all of them so that I don't just get totally super summer slammed. Spinning it up, getting it dizzy and frisky and whizzy. Maybe I'll pour a few. I'll pour a few first to get things going here. Could get a job with Disney. Who's that? Probably not. Oh, because of the old Donald Duck. Did Donald Duck just open a whiskey sample bottle? No. My mama, Bev Porter, if she's still in chat, love you, Mom. She's the one who taught me to talk like Donald Duck when I was just a little kid. I was like, how do you do that? And she's like, oh, you're too stupid. You'll never figure this out. Just like I can't figure out this duct tape. America. Wow, that stuff started to smell because it was so much. I got it going so fast. A, B. Should probably put the lid back on A. All right. Blind samples. Gonna score these blind. So somebody out there are a couple people keeping a Excel spreadsheet of the scores for the whiskey scores. We're gonna have to add like a blind column to it so that some scores will be said they were scored blind while others were just scored in a normal review. Get off of there. You see, sucker. What the heck? I thought this was electrical tape. Oh, wrong. Friggin' wrong. Whew. Julielle's in the house. Hey, Julie. Friggin' Julester. Can't wait to see you next week. Dan and Julie are going to come stop by for a day next week. Going to shoot maybe a what like knows what Matt likes video. Maybe not. Probably. Taped myself together. America. All right. You know what? I'll pour A through E for the bourbons. We have 5 bourbons and 5 ryes. No big surprise. I don't know. Whoa, that's a big spider. Oh, go away. Okay, I'm going to kill you. Oh, there's my microphone. Come back. That's right. Tell your friends. It's a big spider. Oh, I made you stick around to watch me open samples like an idiot. I should have had these open a long time ago. DC also sent me a Kira Ball shirt, a Kira Ball t-shirt, which I almost wore tonight. Ugh, America. D. But unfortunately, it's a white shirt and my nipples shined right through it. Directly, like, probably not the best. I mean, I don't think everybody wants to see my nipples. Probably not everybody. Okay, now we're good. Now we're golden. A through E are poured. Now it's time to find out what the heck. How good are these? I'm going to take notes. Grease sent me something. Let's find out what Grease sent. A picture of the TV watching me. Thanks, Grease. I should send you a screenshot of the picture you sent. All right. A through E are poured. 5 bourbon samples. We're going to score them blind. Duct tape the nipples. Super smart idea. Mad nips equal higher rating, says DC. There's so many spiders here in Colorado, by the way. Like a lot. And not all of them are itty bitty or like innocent. They're kind of mean looking and I'm not exactly happy. Some of them are jumping all over the place and I'm like, I feel like some of them are flying, like flying spiders. Super awesome. Old Man Joe's in the house. What's going on, OMJ? Stuff and Whiskey's in the house. What the heck was that? Sorry, a little bit flustered. Didn't think that this was going to happen. And then all of a sudden I'm like, we got to go live. We got to do it. Thank goodness my hair was already parted. Steve Burko's in the house. Amazing that Dickel thinks so little of their whiskey, they would be willing to commit some. I know. Like, that stuff is bad. Real bad. 240 in chat. Thank you all so much for being here. We just got started. Haven't even taken a sip yet. Haven't even taken a sip. Let's see here. So far in the reviews, Heaven Hill 7-year bottled and bond received a 7.3. Oh boy. Cooper's Craft received a 7.1. And George Dickel Tabasco received a 0.3. So those are the rankings so far. Those are the scores so far. Let's see how I taste these blind, how they stack up. It's going to be interesting. Let's go into the first class. Chris Boo Zilin is in the chat. What's going on, friggin' Chris? Mr. Boozolincia. Love it. Thrasher's in the house. Friggin' love me a little Chris. Here's to hiding the nipples. Hashtag understanding nipple issues. Thanks, Thrasher. Mr. Fuzzy says Michigan says hello. Colorado says hi, Michigan. Kind of miss you. And you're not spiders. Going in for a nose. First nose of Summer Schlam. Apples. Apples and bananas. Little apples and bananas. I like to oat, opals and bononos. What the heck is that? What the world? There is a very minty note on there. A very minty, almost like mouthwash note on there. What on earth could that be? That's strange. Drew Fierstenberg, yeah. Speaking of schlammered, Otani-san just crushed number 33. What does that even mean? What does that even mean, Drew? Tom Flanagan says Cooper's Craft is the new best value bourbon, in my opinion. How much is everybody else paying for that? I got it for like $36 plus tax. I think it's a little bit high. Pretty sure it's kind of high. Jamie Williams, feed the spider some good bourbon. Maybe they'll make you their king. Oh, be nice. But maybe they'll kill you. Okay, don't talk like that. There's no way I will be able to sleep ever. Pretty sure Stuff and Whiskey, there it is, clickety click clack. Pretending to not see our super chat because he doesn't want this Pat Mortar thing to catch on. Son of a bee sting. Scrolling back up, there's Thrasher, keep on going. Jeez Louise, scrolling. They see me scrolling. They hating. Oh, son of a bee. I missed it. Timothy Miller. Love your channel and love the Facebook community. Best decision I've made in a long time. Everyone is so nice. I say it twice. And then Caleb, give it up for Matt's Tourney. I don't see one from Stuff and Whiskey. It won't let me scroll up far enough. And then I didn't open Stuff and Whiskey. Just at me. Just at me, bros. Tell me what you said. I'll read it. I will. Just can't get up to the top. Won't let me. Would the Dickel work in a Bloody Mary? Spider. Yeah, I'm sure it would. I mean, it's got to be better in a Bloody Mary than, straight. Because you can't drink it straight. There's no way. It says it's a sipping whiskey, but give the spiders the Dickel, Matt. Oh, possibly. I could probably just try to swing it. Oh, now I'm getting Buffalo Trace on here. Now I'm getting Buffalo Trace on A. Smells nice. Smells so good I'll smell it twice, just copying what I read. Weird. These professional whiskey nosing tasting glasses really they really put up a whole lot of you get a little crazy nose off these things and you start smelling stuff you never smelled before. And I'm wondering if that's where the mintiness is coming from. Huh. All right, let's try it. Down the hatch. A is pretty, that's extremely light on the palate. Light on palate, making a note here. I would say that it is very low proof. Not very oily. Pretty flat, not a lot going on. What do you guys think? Should I grade them as I go, or should I come back? Should I, you know what? I think I'm gonna, that's hard. It's a hard decision. I think I'm gonna come back to it and give it a grade when I come back to it. I think I'm gonna do that. I'm just making a note of what my score might be. Speaking of B, gonna move on to B. Going to the B ski, the B side. Swirling it and twirling it, getting it dizzy and frisky and twirly and swirly. Oh, why isn't my chat going? We need more Tim Millers, says the podcast. Me love you long time, says Tony H. Kilco's in the house. What's going on, Kilco? Drop an oyster in it, says Dan Like. I'm not. Cooper's Craft, about $32. Yeah, I knew I overpaid a little bit. Crotch rocket. Shift. There you go. They're crotch rocking it up out there. Oh, B is what I would. This is B because it might be better than A. What the world? Maybe it's something in my nose, but I'm getting the same mintiness out of this one. Huh. There's like an effervescent mintiness on glass B that I'm not sure what's going on here either. TJ Shively, thank you. That's hilarious. I'm not drinking out of light bulbs. Oh, you mean those professional whiskey taster glasses? B is good. B reminds me of either like a Buffalo Trace or an MGP product or something. Higher proof, more viscous, finish is better. Maybe a little bit more oak on that one. Still not mind-blowing, but definitely good. It's weird. I'm getting kind of the same nose off of A and B, I believe. Oh, wow. No, I'm not. What in the heck is that? Totally different. Okay, A is weird. This is just the... Oh! What did I do to get the spiders tonight? Now I'm getting all squirmy and wormy, thinking that there's spiders crawling on me. Sorry. I'll try to get back in chat here. What the heck? A is, when I went back to A thinking it smelled like B, wrong. Friggin' wrong. Totally different. Okay, C, these are different. This must be finished. This C must be finished in something. Some sort of honey? Or no, maybe like no, not honey. Maybe like a cognac or an Armagnac cask. Getting a lot of getting a heck of a lot of like dark fruits on there, like raisins on C. There's a bit of a Band-Aid note there too. A bit of a Band-Aid note. Maybe it's, I'm going to taste that in a second. C is confusing. Hey, there's Timothy Miller. Love your channel and love the Facebook. Oh, wow. What the heck? How in the heck am I so far away from where I was? Goodness griefus. Jamie Williams says, with those type of glasses, it's easier for the alcohol of high proof to overtake the nose of the bourbon. You know what? I don't think I've tried a really high proof bourbon in them yet. Maybe I'll have to do that. But so far I have not. Haven't done it. 260 people in chat. Friggin' love you guys so much. So hard. The Turd and Gentry body shots. Female breasts or butt? Yes or no? Yep. Aiden says, "Who approved that super chat? What the heck? Stuff and Whiskey. Did you? I need you to put down what you wrote for your super chat, so I can reread it. Son of a gun." Julie says, "You aren't making me want to stay there with the spiders. They're just here in the garage." There's Mr. Flanagan. Dickel sent the spiders in retaliation for the Tabasco comment. Yeah. They would send shittier spiders for sure. They wouldn't have sent the good ones like I'm seeing. They would have sent some terrible ones. David Noblet. Great beard. It's going bye-bye soon. Probably this weekend. Probably next time you see me, gonna be clean cut, 3 chins and everything. My mom says, "Read my last post." Sorry, Mom. Let me scroll all the way. Instead of saying that, you should have just wrote it again. Because then I wouldn't have had to I'm looking. Now I can't find it. Got all the way to the bottom. Where in the world? All right. I don't see it. Scrolling there. Oh, thanks, Mom. She is the best. Land's prettiest long pourer. Oh, Stuff and Whiskey. Pat Mortar. How the heck are you sexy beast? I'm good. And you two are the sexy beasts, not me. Eric Brugman. Just saying thank you for all you do. Oh, that's a line from Will from the podcast, and I love it. Thank you for the super chat. All right, going to take a sip out of Glass C now. Glass C, I believe, is... Oh, man, I'm wondering if this is like a Chattanooga product or something. I don't know. Let's go on the hatch with it. Oh. See it. Okay. Wow. That reminds me of some of the Chattanooga experimental barrels I've had that I'm just not a huge fan of. I think it's like a higher malt. That's like higher malt and finished something. There's some sort of finish on that. And man, there's a lot of coffee note there. A lot of coffee on the back end. Hey, Black Bourbon family's in the house. What's going on? Don't do it. The beard rocks. It sucks. It's just so not, I mean, my children will probably freak out once it's gone. C, malty, finished. It almost tastes Texas, but I don't think it's Texas. All right. Going to the D. Going to the D-ski. Going to the disco. DC, are you in chat? Just wondering, has anyone seen DC? Is DC here or is DC not here? Getting D spun up. Got to spin the D if you like it. The live is rated 5 out of 5. Tabasco Dickel tastings, says TJ Shively. That's funny. Huh. D smells unfamiliar. Not a bad nose, though. Sweetness, maybe a little bit of banana runt. Maybe a little... Huh. It smells kind of like a bag of like, oh, you know those like they're like gumballs, the sugar on them in the packs. This smells like one of those purple ones, like a purple gumball with the sugar sprinkled on it. For show. Huh. Interesting nose on D. Not sure if I've ever had this before or not. It's not really jumping out of the glass with proof. But then again, none of these have so far. This one might be the highest proof of the bunch based on the nose. We'll see, though. Ooh. Whoa. That's a hot tamale. That's okay. That reminds me of like an Old Forester product, like a barrel strength Old Forester or something. It's good. That one's very cherry. Very cherry. I'm going to put D. Cherry high proof bugger. And I'm going to put down a score of what I'm thinking right this moment. I'm thinking this one's one of the higher scores. I don't think we definitely haven't busted into the 8s yet. I'm going to say this one might be hanging around a 7.5, but I'll make the final decision when I go back to it. And then to E, the old E. These are all wildly different. I can't wait to see what these are. Huh. E is extremely different, seemingly. And watch them all be the same. I love the purple smell. That's kind of what I was getting at, Matt. Whiskey Mountains in the house. Adriana, thank you again for last week and taking care of everything. Appreciate the heck out of you. Scrolling through chat. Was DC in here? I missed it. Oh, there he is. I'm here sipping my Dickel. Friggin' DC, you gangster. Friggin' love you, dude. DC is like, look, DC, honestly, taking a time out to say how awesome he is. I just get a package today with 2 blind flights, a package of random stuff. We have Johnny Smoking Gun, which I'm sure I'm going to have to drink tonight at the end. Sam Houston from Tennessee, a Driftless Glen, batch 20, and an Ardbeg Scorch. Maybe I'll even taste the Ardbeg tonight just because DC is the best. He also sent me a friggin' Tennessee, almost dropped it. A Tennessee Taster's Barrel Proof Rye because DC is the shit. Friggin' love that guy. Thank you, DC, for everything. You make everything so much fun. Everybody, just tell DC he's the shit because you can smell him from where you're at and his greatness. D, or E, I should say, is a little bit of tree bark and a little bit of caramel, like a caramel tree bark. I vote for the Yeardley beard. Go that friggin' thing out. So I haven't had a haircut or a beard trim since Matt Madness began. Matt Madness began clean shaven, like with a short beard and a clean haircut. And this is the end of Matt Madness, looking pretty much like, yeah, I just came out of the woods. My mom says, you were traumatized when your dad shaved his beard. It's because I had never seen him without a beard. Then I wasn't traumatized, though. That's a bit excessive. Stuff and Whiskey says, hey, chat, can we all tag Whiskey Mountains and tell her how amazing she is? She does deserve it. Thank you, Stuff and Whiskey. Friggin' Josh and Aaron, killing it. So glad Matt trimmed the beard. Haven't trimmed it, brother. It's a disaster. It's not trimmed at all. The other day I made a video where I brushed my hair and my beard with my little girl's hairbrush. So I brushed my hair and my beard right before I shoot a video. Turns out one of their hairs right here in my beard, hanging down. Heaven Hill video, pretty sure. Food, wine, and whiskey in your own backyard. Thank you for the super chat. Love your channel. Great content. Thank you. I would imagine you have a channel too. I'll have to check that out. That's a pain in the bitch to type out that name, though. Holy crap. Food, wine, and whiskey in your own backyard. That's a name. Eric Thompson smoking blueberry kush? Hells yeah. Sounds amazing. I don't even... Oh, that's weed. I was thinking barbecue. Probably still pretty good. DC says, 3 of these are bottles you don't know I have. Oh, because I know you're trying to guess based off my bar. I'm not at all. I'm not trying to guess based off your bar because I've done that before and turns out bad idea. I'm not trying to guess at all. I'm just trying to think of what this reminds me of. E is smelling way better now, though. Whoa. Okay, the electric company just texted me and said that electricity has been restored. Thanks. Couldn't figure it out. I think E might be pretty good here. Oh, definite okie jokey. Dark fruits. A little bit of coffee on this one as well, like a nice cappuccino or something. A little bit of blueberries. Yeah, I think E's going to be a good one. Let's go in for the taste. What in the world is that? I think we just found our first 8, maybe. Wow. That went through an array of candied fruits and just really dark notes. Huh. I want to drink more of that. I do not know what E is, but E is great. Mouth coating, high proof, viscous, super oily, hits all the right spots of the mouth. Super enjoyable sipper. I'm going to put these in order from what I think is from my favorite to least favorite. I made a note that might have jumped into the 8s. I've yet to score an 8. That might be my first 8. That's really good. Then I think that C might be my least favorite, possibly. And then B and D, kind of close here. All right. I'm going back. I'm going to work backwards. I'm going to start again with C because I think C was probably my least favorite. Yeah. It's some, you know what? It might be port finished. No. Maybe it's got to be cognac or Armagnac. Unless it's like a Midwinter Night's Dram. I usually, well, no, because that's a rye. This is not a rye. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that one. C. Making a note. I'm giving C. Remember, these are blind scores, so these might come back and bite me in the ass. C is a 5.8. It's a 5.8. Huh. This is going to be fun to open up to reveal. All right, going to B. Going to the B. What did my mom say about my beard? Dang it, Mom. What the heck are you talking smack? Matt's beard is full hillbilly Jim from the old WWE. What score did Matt give the Dickel? 0.3. Oh my gosh, I am way, way, way behind. What an idiot. This isn't going to help. Quercus Albucask Dad, 32, nailed it. Matt Porter, you've added so much fun and humor and depth to my bourbon experience. Thank you. Thank you, Quercus Albucask Dad, 32. Friggin' super awesome long ass name that I nailed so hard. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm scrolling to the bottom. If I missed anything, sorry, but I need to catch up. I need to catch up on chat. I'm terrible at this. So bad. Oop, 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 oop. Whiskey Nose says, how badass is that Jack Tennessee taste? I haven't opened it yet. Just got it today. Haven't opened it. I've had a sample of one before, but I'm so thankful. It's so cool of him to send that. I would imagine it's got to be awesome. All right. Nailed it so hard. Hells yeah. Glass B. Oh, that smells terrible. And man, that's some, maybe that's got to be Buffalo Trace on here. If you know what a Buffalo Trace nose smells like, that's kind of what I'm getting on B. Cherries, sweet, sweet nose. All right, it's going for a taste. Okay. Man, that's good. That is better than I remembered it. That's, gosh, got to be maybe a little over 100 proof, 100, geez. It's very light on the palate, but super oily, super sweet. Tons of cherries, like this like sweet candy cherries. But that's like the predominant notes I'm having a hard time getting by. But in some cases, I think that a one-note wonder like this one, it's not super complex, but absolutely enjoyable and crushable. Man, that might be an 8 also. B, I initially wrote down a 7.4. It's a 7.8. Glass B, man, I was thinking maybe going 8. Blind tasting is hard because you have no idea what's in these glasses. Just going based off of what I like. Where did I put my water at? Oh, I didn't bring it in here? Son of a bitch. I brought one in, but then the power went out, and I guess I didn't bring it in. What an idiot. 278 in chat, 151 likes. Come on, everybody. Smash the thumbs up. Thanks, Whiskey Samurai. Slice that like button. Shit-chow. Matt looked like a seagull pooped in his mouth in that Dickler review. That stuff is so bad. There's no way on earth that somebody put that together, smelled it, and they were like, okay, that's good. No, it smelled like those two things did not go together. Yikes. Yeah, let me go grab a water. I'll be right back. Hopefully I don't knock anything over. But I need some water because I got to correctly score these. Got to correctly score them. Oh, got a phone buzz from my wife. All right, be right back. Brittany, bitch. And I am back. Sorry about that. Also, we have an air conditioner running in the back. Sorry about that. But the kids and the wifey were warm because we were an hour without air conditioning was too much. Too much. All right. Free Brittany. Austin Bucket for a water porter during lives. I just want to make sure that these are fair scores. That's all. America. Hydrogen, oxygen, the good stuff. If the air conditioner running in the background is too loud, super sorry. Can't hear it. Awesome. Perfect. All right, glass D. Whoa. Glass D, I think I said was what I thought was like an Old Forester product. It's kind of what I'm getting again. Super sweet, super runts candy. There's definite oak there too, like an oak presence. That's not like, it's not like a musty oak, or it's like a more of a brighter oak. But I like that. I do like it. It's like a cherry tree sweating bourbon. Huh. Then this nose is very, this might not be an Old Forester nose, but it's very familiar. That's good too. Oh, dang, that's good. That's hitting the back of the palate. Super nice. Bit of a tobacco note in the backside. A little bit peppery. And tobacco. Oh, hell yeah, that's good. Now we're playing games that I don't even want to know. I initially put for D, I initially put a 7.5, but it's higher than that. It's an 8.1. An 8.1. Now the way my scale works, if you watch Dave Portnoy's pizza reviews, it's sort of similar, but not totally like exact. If it's in the 7s, it's very good. It's very good. So we're starting like very good to very good in the 7s. If it gets in the 8s, it's great. It's great. It's a great bourbon. Like I friggin' love it. If it's in the 9s, it's like out of control. Like it's a must buy, a must find. Like it's one of my favorite things I've ever drank. If it's in the 9s. So sevens is a great score. If it gets into the 6s, it means it's still good. Still a good bourbon. It's good. The high 6s are still good. They're good. You know what I mean? If it starts getting into the 5s, we're talking like fair to like, it's fine. It's whatever. That's kind of the way this works here. So far, the only thing that has not been very good, it was C, and I put that as a 5.8. It's kind of like meh. Like, it's not my style, not my jam. So let's go into A. A, what the heck? Oh, wow. I thought I put these in order from least favorite to favorite, but I did not. Because A snuck its ass up to the front of the line. Huh. A is very weird. Now the 0.3 range? Yes, 0.3. Have I had a 10 yet? I don't think a 10 exists. Because if I have a 10, that means there can be nothing better. But I just started doing these, so it's going to be interesting to see how this works out, like how things play out. It's also going to be funny to see how blind tastings work, because tonight I'm rating these blindly, so I'm scoring them blind. So it's like if I ever do a review of a whiskey that I already scored blind, it'll be funny to see how the blind score compares to the review score. So it's going to be fun to watch, I think, anyway. Is there a pinnacle? I mean, high 9s. Huh. ADHD could be distant relative of the Prez. Alec, AB Cigars Alec Rubin, he's like, dude, you should get in contact with Barstool Sports to do like a whiskey show. And I'm like, I don't know about that. It'd be hilarious and fun. But I don't know. I kind of see those guys and think that I'd fit in. Probably not very well. Tim Cornet says, did Portnoy give his blessings? Okay, here's the thing. I did get some comments saying this is like Dave Portnoy's pizza scores. And I was like, yeah, it's a 1 through 10, 0 through 10. That's pretty common. He's the most famous person who does them that way, but that's like me grading them A, B, C, D, E, or A, B, C, D, F, and people being like, did your teachers give you the permission to score them that way? But no, I do love his pizza reviews, and I love the way I never wanted to ever score whiskeys before I started watching his whiskey reviews, and I'm like, oh, this makes sense. Then if I can keep track of them, it just tells me what I like more and like what I like less. Rebel Hell, let the beard live. A is so different. It's light and floral and fruity. It's like it smells like some sort of gum. Like fruit striped gum mixed with something else. But there's also like a minty effervescence on there. It's gone. There's nothing there. It's literally, I drink it and it's gone. I put a 5.8 on the sheet, and it's not off-putting in the slightest bit. It's not off-putting, I don't think. It's just nothing. It's a 5.8. 5.8 for glass A. It's also the lowest proof, so that might... Oh, I gave C a 5.8. That's weird. I gave them both the same score. I didn't even realize that until now, but too late to go back. You know what, though? I am going to go back. Because I like A more than I like C. So I'm going to give A a 6.0. It's not off-putting, but I can't give them the same score because I do like A more than I like C. So there we go. Let's go to E. E was my favorite. Bring back Glitterbeard. He is so ignoring me. Bring back Glitterbeard. I will. It's got to be Christmas time though. We can't do Glitterbeard in July, can we? Maybe we can. Oh man, E. That Edo. Man, E is full of flavor. It's got to be barrel strength. Coats the mouth great. Dark berries. Tobacco, like pipe tobacco. E is fantastic. I give E's an 8.4. So let's find out what they are. Oh, okay, got a whole bunch of different things here. All right, hopefully someone's taking notes here so that the list can be updated with my scores. Let's do lowest to highest. Lowest to highest. The lowest score of the evening was glass C. I said it was malty. I think I said that C was the finished one. I thought it was finished. Pretty sure. Yeah, and I didn't really like it. E, A, B, C, C. Kind of looks like a G. Kind of looks like a G. Kinda, but it's a C. Christmas in July, bud. Oh, maybe. Okay. Glass C receiving the lowest score of the evening of a 5 point, or the lowest score of this flight, because there's still a rye flight. But this flight, a 5.8, goes to upside down. Whoa, that's weird. That's a Woodford Reserve Double Oak store pick. 90.4 proof. Was not a fan. Matter of fact, the only one I didn't even want to finish. And oh, you know what? Here's the thing. There's a lot of toasted bourbons and like double oaked bourbons that I'm not a fan of. Like 1910 is slightly off-putting to me. Yeah. Why does that smell though? Like there's so much raisin on there. Weird. That's so weird. I've never had it. That's the first time I've ever tasted a Woodford Double Oaked. But that one was not my jam. And honestly, Woodford Reserve, the regular Woodford Reserve, I don't like it either. For some reason. All right. This is scores. I'm sticking to them. In fourth place was Glass A. Score of a 6.0. It was very light on the palate. Low proof. There was really not a lot there. It was sweet and then it was gone. So it wasn't off-putting at all. As a matter of fact, the flavor that was there was enjoyable, but not like anything that blew me away or was even something that I would consider to sip on and be like a thinker at all. So it received a score of 6.0 and it is 1792 sweet wheat. 91.2 proof. Rumored 8 years old. That's so weird. It tastes honestly like 80 proof with so much water. But strange. All right. DC, thanks for these C samples, by the way. I could have swore that C was a finished whiskey. In any competition ever, I would have said finished. All right. B was in third place. Now we're getting to some good stuff. B was really, really good. I gave the score 7.8. I thought it might be Buffalo Trace. Wasn't sure. but it was oily. It coated the mouth really well, had a great finish, very enjoyable, very good sipper. Glass B was Son of a Bitch, a whiskey that I reviewed a long time ago, over a year ago, and I wasn't a big fan of. That's Four Roses Small Batch Select, got a 7.8. A 7.8 for Four Roses Small Batch Select. A bottle that I was very unsure of in my review. Last year. Oh well, blind is good. That's why we do them blind sometimes. Glass D was in second place. Scored Glass D really high. Said it was cherry, it was high proof. It was an 8.1. I gave it an 8.1. Glass D. Let's see what I gave an 8.1. My first ever 8 score went to Bardstown Discovery Series 2. 122.2 proof, 10, 12, and 14-year-old blend. An 8.1 for Bardstown Bourbon Company Discovery Series number 2. Got an 8.2, a score of great, a great score. Amazing. Let's see here. Whiskey Mountains, Adriana. Do you think the score it gets in a flight is as true as the score when individually tasted? I think that it'd be totally different. But it's going to be fun to compare. Also going to be fun to compare. This is why this is cool, because if we get to keep track of the scores I give stuff, later on when I retaste stuff blind and give them a score again, it'll be cool to see if it compares, how it compares. Like if it's way off or if it's similar, who knows? But I think that tasting blind is, I'm honestly just saying what I feel about it. So, I mean, if I thought 1792 Sweet Wheat, in my head, that's like a sought after bourbon. I would think it'd be pretty good. Tonight, when I tasted it, it really didn't do much for me at all. And I got a 6.0. So these are going to be a lot of fun as I continue to go through the scoring system, the scoring route. Fun with Whiskey loves the double oaked. Yeah, you know what? Palates are different. And palates are just different. Score for the moment. That's what I'm doing. There's no other way that. Here's the thing. Dan Shook. Here's the thing. Before we started like doing blind tastings, trying to figure out what was what, this is kind of how we did them. We just did blind tasting, saying this is my favorite and this is my least favorite. But we never were able to differentiate between how much better one was than another, right? So we just say C was my least favorite, E was my favorite. But now it's like E got a score of 8.4 and it was my favorite. C got a score of 5.8. So it's kind of showing how different they were in my mind. So it's a way to actually, I don't know, see how different or how much more I liked a different pour. I don't know if that makes sense. Let's go to E. Let's see what my favorite bourbon of the flight was. E, I didn't write anything down other than 8.4. I really, really enjoyed it though. I know it was tobacco-y, I thought. Dark fruits, if I remember correctly. Super oily, super viscous. Hit all the points in the mouth right. Finished great. And it was Old Kirk Kentucky Straight Bourbon Single Barrel, 129 proof, 6 years, 9 months. Distilled at Willet. So it's the Old Kirk, the Willet bottle. Dude, that's awesome. These are supposed to be in the realm of purple top quality. It is, yep. The likes agreed it tastes very similar to purple tops. And it got an 8.4, which is great. That was a great pour. Like, yeah, tonight, so good. DC, thanks for sending some Old friggin' Kirk. That shit was so good. All right, intermission. E, DB, not labeled. A, and C out of the way. A little bit of water. America. Oh, I just opened my second water. Nailed it. Cheech is only 9 subscribers away from 500. Oh, Scotch Down Under is. What do the likes know, says Dan. Like, get Scotch Down Under to 500 subs. 9 people. Let's do it. Let's friggin' do it. This air conditioner is driving me nuts next to me. You might not be able to hear it, but when it shuts off, it'll be obvious. It's so loud. All right. A, B, C, D, E. Let's get into the rye. Let's pour the rye. It's late. It's late. There's 270 people here in chat. Thank you all so much for being here. Green tape for the rye. Some of these spilled inside the bag he sent me. When I opened the bag of rye, I was like, oh, surprise. It smells like rye. A goes into A. B goes into B. Tom W. doesn't hear it. DC says, I totally agree with your scoring and placement. That's amazing, really? The double oaked, even? Even the double oaked? It's weird, though, because I thought that, I don't know, I've never had a double oaked, but I didn't think it was going to taste like a Armagnac or Cognac finished whiskey. B goes into B. Hey, who's what? So tomorrow night, Ryan Detweiler, new member. Friggin' Ryan. What a guy. Love Ryan Detweiler. Thanks for becoming a member. Look at all the tape on here. This is what DC does for us. So much tape. America, maybe. It's a rye whiskey, so it could be Canadian, or who knows. I'm not a doctor. Just the world's top whiskey taster. It's right there in the check. They put it on there. By the way, World's Top Whiskey Taster is live. They're now, if you go to worldstopwhiskeytaster.com, you can start signing up to become the 2021 World's Top Whiskey Taster. So do that. If you're not signing up, then you're dumb. Because if you like whiskey and you like learning about whiskey, enjoying whiskey, if you just love bourbon and love the entire community and the scene, sign up for World's Top Whiskey Taster, because honestly, you could win. You could win 20 grand in your own blend with Steve Nally. And you know how I know that? Because I won. If you win World's Top Whiskey Taster, does that mean you're the World's Top Whiskey Taster? Hell no. I will be in Bardstown in December at the finals, intimidating, giving dirty looks. I might even be poisoning lunches. You never know. You'll never know what I'm up to. But nobody's taking the crown. They're just borrowing it for a year while I remain the first ever World's Top Whiskey Taster. But you should definitely sign up, because you never know. It could happen. You could actually win 20 grand and have a bunch of fun. Poured A through E perfectly. Amazing. Great job, Matt. Great job, me. Capping a couple glasses. Cheerio. All right. Bourbon scores. Tossed them on the ground. DC, if you're keeping track, you should send me a message after this with my scores and what bottles they were, or somebody should. That way you can keep track of like what happened tonight. Because I would like to keep an accurate record of how I'm scoring things. Jay Hamilton. Hey, Matt. Been a couple months since I could join the stream because of life. Hope you and your family are well. We are, dude. Thank you so much for being here. Hopefully everything is going well with you, too. We're out in Colorado now. We're out in the mountains, just living it up, having a great time. Yeah, hopefully everything's good with you. Thanks for coming in, joining us tonight. Freaking love you. My mom says W because that's one of her favorite letters. Why do ryes have green tape or labels? I don't know. That's a question that has been asked for a while now. It's just the way it is, just the way it works, I guess. You will forever be the OG WTWT. No, Julie, you're wrong. I am the WTWT forever. Forever. They're just handing out participation ribbons. I won that shit in the pandemic. No big deal. No big deal. But honestly, the person who wins this year will probably deserve it. I just got lucky. All right. Glass A, swirling it and twirling it. These are all ryes now. These are ryes. Here we go. It smells like a rye whiskey, 100%. Smells like A smells like a high rye, jumping past very minty. The minty stuff makes me think Kentucky Owl. I get a lot of mint on some Kentucky Owl stuff, but I can't be sure. It's definitely high proof. Slightly dilly, but not extra dilly. A lot of these rye whiskeys, I get like a fruit leather. You know those fruit strips? They're like organic fruit strips you get from Trader Joe's or shit that are like raspberry or strawberry. They're called fruit leather. I get that on these a lot. Like this is a strawberry fruit leather. It's pretty tangy. It's like a tangy fruit leather. Bad weather freak. I see you, Matt, going back to that Tabasco Dickel. I will not. DC says, refresh your palate with Johnny Smoking Gun. We'll do the Johnny Smoking Gun after. We have to do it after. Gary Franchi says, with a $5 super chat, practice, planning, and preparation. You made your own luck. Well, thanks, Gary. That's true. That is true. I wanted to win it really bad, and that's why I won. Jamie Williams, share your thought on the exact moment when they announced you were the World's Top Whiskey Taster. Well, we didn't know the scores leading into like when they announced it. So the entire time they're going through the results, in my head, I was thinking of how the scores were working out. So when they announced the third place person, in my head, for some reason, I can't remember how the scoring worked exactly, but I was like, oh my God, I think I won. Oh my God, I think I won. Like, I think that the scoring works out where I won. I think I won. That's within my head. But also in my head was me telling me that that's not possible. Like, I couldn't have won. So just super overjoyed. Like, that's pretty much it. Like, I couldn't believe that it was actually a thing. Still can't believe it. Like, that's incredible. The beard hair and lighting are very Colorado and healthy. Glad to hear all as well. Thanks, Mr. Hamilton. All right, down the hatch. Whose name is on that check? It's your name. That's Michael Klein. If you see the new video they have for the 2021 World's Top Whiskey Taster to get signups, he grabs my head and he like kisses my forehead. Freaking Klein, I love that guy. He's the best. What a great friend. What a great person. Wow. Hello, rye whiskey. It's been a while. Oh, that's unreal. That went standard, like 95.5 rye, that flavor profile, then it turned into like super fruit leather, like dark strawberries, dark raspberries. Oh, the air conditioner finally shut off. Thank goodness. I was yelling over that thing. My word. A is really good. That's like dark fruits. There was like a weird note in there. The kind of like in the middle of it, very complex. It's a thinker. A is a thinker. It's high proof. Someone's car alarm is going off outside. The CD player probably got stolen. Man, I'm wondering if I should have a different scale for rye whiskeys, a different scoring system, rye whiskeys and bourbons. I don't know. We'll figure that out later. But that A is very good. A is very good. Hang in Arizona. That Tabasco Dickel reminded me of Cave Creek chili beer. Was novelty only. Yikes. Green pea. Matt, can you start over? I'm here. We're only like just over halfway through. Only halfway through. Matt Horn says $20 super chat for a Tabasco Dickel bottle chug. Dude, I'm already sipping through 10 samples here. Disco, no, yuck. Yucky. Yucky McYuckerson. Not even, yucker. David Roses, I poured my friend some of your Nassif blend and he loved it. I was like, good luck getting one. That's funny because I only have a couple too. I'm basically down to, after I send out, let's see, I've one, I have a couple left and I'm like, so I don't even really want to open one because I want to have one like for, down the road somewhere where it's like, oh, this is the first blend I actually made. So Bourbon for Bacon, 200 likes. Great stream again, Matt. Thank you, Mr. Freaking Bacon. Love you. And your name. It just sounds so good. Have you found any good bourbon bars in Denver? Oh, dude, I'm over 3 hours away from Denver. I'm in the mountains. I can't. But I want to go to Denver one day and go to the Argonaut place. I think they have a good liquor store there. But probably not going to happen for a while. Bad weather freak. Matt, what the heck is on your face? That beard needs some love. Oh, I know. It's going to get the love. And by love, I mean just destroyed with clippers very soon. Whew. Yep, my mom says dad needs his ADHD whiskey. Yep, I've got it here for him. That was one of them I was thinking about. 0 to 10 whiskey scale for 0 to 10 scale for rye. Yeah. I'm thinking I should probably separate them. So there's a rye scale and a bourbon scale. Probably should. But if they're combined at first, they'll just have to be separated later. Wow. B is brighter and B on the nose is less inviting. It's still a good nose, but less inviting. Dilly, cucumbery, very salad-like. B is a very salad rye. Like iceberg lettuce and pickled cucumbers, which some people call pickles. Hashtag save the beard. Andrew Stefan. Is a Leopold Brothers 3-chamber rye on your radar? It couldn't be further from my radar. I've never heard of that. Is it good? Is it freaking good? Is it the best? Shave your head too. Last year, at the beginning of the pandemic, there was a live stream where Carissa literally shaved my head during the live stream. If you guys remember that. Yeah, B is not on the nose what A was, I don't think. Lighter on the palate. Maybe a little bit more ethanol forward. Yeah, definitely don't enjoy it as much as A. It's not bad. It's still good. It's still a good rye whiskey. Make a quick note of where I think I'm going to put that. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know about B. B is, what's different? Rye whiskeys are so weird when you start putting them back to back to back because they all start tasting like each other very quickly. Unless, of course, there's like very low rye ryes and very high rye ryes, then there's like differentiating. But if they're high rye ryes and they just mix together so crazily. James Smith, what are we doing? I'm going through a rye flight right now and scoring them blind, giving them blind ratings. And then after I rate them, I'm going to find out what the heck they are. C is like a shoe polish. And I haven't smelled shoe polish in a very, like, maybe, oh no. My dad used to put, he used to put a weather, what the hell? I can't remember what the hell it was called, but it was, he'd buy a pair of boots and then he'd put like a waterproof coating on them. Like he'd put a sealant on them and then he'd put them in the oven and then he'd bake them. Like literally, like I'm sure it's probably a thing other people know about, but there's like a coating he put on his boots and then put them in the oven to make them waterproof. And that's exactly what I smell on C, which I haven't smelled that smell in, I don't know, 20 years. Snow Seal. Austin Feltz, you son of a bitch. Dude, you totally just nailed it. Ah, Austin Feltz, I love you. My mom says weather sealant, yeah, but I think it was Snow Seal. I think that was the one. It's beeswax? Huh, that's weird that smells like that. I'm going for a taste. Ooh. Hello. Hello. Welcome to what the heck? That's good. Yeah. Ooh, that's good. See, I see what you did there. That's a great rye whiskey. What the heck is that? That seemed to have like darker fruits mixed with and all these, I get like the rye punch at first. And then after the initial like bang of the rye flavor, it's what happens after that, the initial thing. It's like they spike with rye, then they all do something different after that. And I liked what C did a lot. I think I liked what C did a lot. Heck of a lot. C is very good. I'm going to come back and taste them again to see if my initial scores remain or if they've changed. So far, these are all very good. Let's do a little H2O. Eric Thompson says, I soak my boots in warm water, put them on my feet, and wear them until they are dry. Then mink oil and bake at 200. They'll never fit anyone else's feet but mine. That's so funny, Austin Feltz. I have the same exact memory with my dad. I just put random shit in the oven now to see if it smells like my dad. I'm like, throw a belt in there, cook that son of a bitch, see if it shrinks. Oh, it shrunk. Gonna need a bigger belt. That's funny. Oh, Cheech Artolino throwing a merch link up in the air. Thanks, Cheech. You're a gangster. If you're not following Cheech Artolino, you better be on the old YouTubes. Gotta go subscribe. All right, we're on to the D. We're on to the D. Then we're gonna run back through them, make sure the scores are correct. And before I get too Schlam happy, I gotta do a little Johnny Smoking Gun. Bake the belt and make it goals. It's a good point. I'm heavier than I've ever been right now, and I'm ashamed. So it's a good point. I probably should do something about it. Yes, Whiskey Encore, Cheech Artolino. Throw that link up in chat. Plug that shit, Cheech. Huh. D smells delicious. This one's a more candy bar. I'm wondering if this is a lower rye. Little nutty, definite caramel, definite, maybe even nougat. This one could possibly be mistaken as a bourbon. All right, let's go into D. Okay. Yeah. All right. D is good. It's lower proof. It was there and then kind of disappeared pretty quickly. It's still good. The finish is still lingering a little bit. I kind of like that. I kind of like D. At first, D stood for disappointing because it was gone so quickly, but the initial burst was gone. There's still a lingering there. One more little sip. D is lower proof. Wow, though. The finish, though, on D, the finish on the D makes me happy. D, long finish, lower proof, not maybe low, but lower proof. I think DC sent me some really good rye whiskeys here. Pretty sure. Oh, missed a super chat like an idiot. Can we get a pull of the Dickel Tabasco? Not right now. Maybe Jimmy, that was a $20. Okay. Maybe at the end. Old Puker bottle blend of Johnny Smoking Gun and Dickel Tabasco. I think that was probably what the Shelf Turds did to win their what the heck did they win? It was there's Blendageddon. Oh, Swilmageddon. Ed and Erica from Rock Gut Review, they did a Swilmageddon where they wanted the worst whiskey blends, and Shelf Turds won. And I think that they definitely put Johnny Smoking Gun in it. That Arrowhead 100% mountain spring water from Stamford, Connecticut. Oh, shit. We bought this Arrowhead. Wow. That's okay. This came from our local grocery store. Arrowhead. We literally live in the middle of the mountains here in Colorado. Arrowhead 100% mountain spring water. Bottled for Nestle Waters North America Inc. Stamford, Connecticut. Oh, source. I'm sorry. That's not the source. The source is Hope Springs, Hope, British Columbia, Canada. Oh, come from. I love the Canada. Oh, yeah. That's a good spring. That's a good mountain water there, eh? From the mountains of Canada. Friggin' like it. Pure Life. Pure Life is from Colorado. The Springs of Connecticut. Oh, shit. JP says, if you like Arrowhead, you have a bad palate. We just want spring water, and spring water is hard to get here. This is the only spring water we can find. A lot of stuff is just purified water. Heaven Williams, it's a pretty sweet-ass name. I just want to personally thank you for putting me on to OGD 114. Literally my second best. Wow. I mean, it's not like that amazing, but it's good stuff. And then Jerry Black, sipping NASA Family Reserve, wishing it was Matt's blend. The regular blend is still really good. The standard Nassif blend is 50% light whiskey, 25% rye whiskey, and 25% bourbon whiskey. Mine was, 65, 2015, I think. I think that's what mine was. So it's just more light whiskey, higher rye, and then the least amount was bourbon. But I was able to hand select the barrels too, so that was a good part of it. Joshua just watched a WTWT video. What a competition! Makers with the White Clam pizza was pure genius. Well, what I did was Peggy No Stevens has a book about pairing food with whiskey, and I read the shit out of it, like a lot. So when I was in the room with her and that challenge was presented, that was like, I knew that I had to get the Maker's Mark like immediately, because we could all grab whatever bottle we wanted to pair with it. And once somebody grabbed a bottle, we couldn't grab the same bottle. So I got lucky that nobody grabbed it before me because I'm a little bit slow. All right, let's go to E. Read it on the crapper. Oh, heck yeah, hang in Arizona. I read it everywhere. E almost smells finished. E almost smells like a midwinter. Or maybe like a double rye pick. It's rye, but there's a lot of raisin on there. A lot of raisin pointing me in the direction of a finished rye whiskey. What the world is that? What the heck? Whoa. Is that the seagrass stuff? No, it can't be seagrass. Seagrass reminded me of Skittles. Oh. Hey, Jameson Flack, Uber speak. So proud. Fellow Michigander. I wonder if this is the seagrass. See, my palate now on glass 10 isn't what it was on glass 1, but I think E is definitely finished whiskey. And it's not my favorite. Ugh. Yeah. So far, just off initial tastings, I have 1 glass in the 8s, 2 glasses in the 7s, and 2 glasses in the 6s. So what I'm going to do is arrange them lowest score to highest score, and then see if those scores hold together as I taste them backwards. So lowest score was E, which I just tasted. And then C. Wait, nope. Wrong. E, then B. Then D. And then C, and then A. Whew. Weird. All right. Starting to feel it. Should have brought a spitter. That's what she said. Austin Bucket, just get a Brita. You'll basically have mountain spring water from the taps, right? I know. Listen, we have it's not a Brita. It's like a Pure Zero water filter that's like in a pitcher in the fridge. It's like a pitcher like this tall. And then it's weird because we've had a Brita before, and like the Brita really filtered out taste. But for some reason, this Pure Zero thing, I pour it in a sippy cup for my like 4-year-old and 5-year-old, and they can tell the difference. They're like, "This is bad. This is bad water." I'm like, "What the hell? How can you tell? It's not." Justin Jenkins, because you're a good dude. You're a good dude, friggin' Justin Jenkins. What a guy. Love me some Justin Jenkins. Oh, by the way, Oops, wrong button. Clicking on the wrong stuff. I don't want to upload a video to YouTube. Not right now. So tomorrow night is going to be the first UFC pay-per-view I purchase in a long time. Wondering if anybody else out there is in the same boat. If that's the case, I'm thinking, and I don't know if it's going to be the case or not, but I'm thinking of doing like a watch along stream with everybody or with maybe patrons. I'm not sure. But I don't know. Is that something that you guys are watching tomorrow? If so, then I might do it. I don't know. It's possible. All right. I got into my YouTube thing. That's good. Justin Jenkins says, I like the way you say my. He probably meant name. I'm guessing. Friggin' Jenkins. Zach Pettis says, watching it for sure, not paying for it. All right, Glass E. Glass E is got to be a finished dry. Oh yeah, and I don't like it all that much. Ugh. You know what? The score for E actually went lower. I actually don't like E at all, going back to it, which is strange. Now, B. So, Glass E, which is, I don't know what it is. It could be, it's got to be a finished rye. Trying to think of how I'm scoring. 7's very good. 6 is good. I scored it at a 5.8 for Glass E. Glass B. Ooh, there we go. Whoa, Glass B reminds me of that's weird. Glass B reminds me of that gin finish double rye that DC sent me a long time ago. I still have a bottle of. I wonder if that's what that is. That's good. That is good. I'm giving Glass B a 7.0. That's very good. It's good. It's good to very good. That's a great. I mean, I like that a lot. I do like B a lot. I like Cheech being like, hey, how can I get that for free? Don't drink too much and UFC the neighbors. Matthew Hall says, going to watch at work tomorrow. Maybe not live, though. Well, who do you guys got? Who do you think's going to win? Who do you think's going to win? Where are your glasses, Porter? I don't have glasses, Kilco. Bad weather. Wow. Bad weather freak. Reverse osmosis is the best way to drink water. I don't even know the forward osmosis, let alone reverse. Have you ever tried dettling? No. Is that a sexual thing? Haven't tried dettling. Pure Zero water wouldn't recommend, especially for kids. It filters out minerals from the water and makes it literally pure water. Wait, it makes it distilled water? Because distilled water is bad. But it filters out okay. I'll have to do some research. Thanks, Jimmy. I'll have to do some research on that. Your kids sound like the little girl from Science. You shut up. That's BS. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Don't you put that on me, Ricky Bobby. Brian Egan says, Poirier, McGregor is rich and not so hungry anymore. Have I tried the Discovery 5? Yes, I have. The review will be out next week for sure. I've already have it halfway edited. The review will be out for sure. I've tried it, and yeah, I don't think it's Discovery 3 or 4 level, but it is what it is. So already I went A and B. I'm sorry, E and B. All right, let's get into D. D says long finish, lower proof. Let's see if that holds up. Lamar says Poirier, hopefully then we can all drain pour proper 12. Oh, yeah. It is lower proof, but it is good. It is good. Super sweet. The finish is long. It's nice. Great sipper. D is a great sipper, even at a lower proof. I'm giving D. It's a 7.6. Glass D is a 7.6. I like it a lot. Now we're getting to my two highest scores, glass C and then glass A. Pooper 12. 1910 or 1920. 1920 is, I prefer 1920 more, but to each their own. McGregor will show up in like proper 12 and poor taste. I don't know about that. Blue Run 14, haven't had it, and I missed out on the deal on Sealbox, and I'm very upset about it. Idiot! I'm a stupid idiot. Grr. Angry and not happy. Matt's official fight prediction tomorrow night. Matt's official fight prediction. Oh, man, have I got stuff wrong in the past? Yeah, a lot of it. I would say that... Remember John Jones, Alexander Gustafsson? Yeah, I think McGregor beats Poirier maybe first or second round. TKO. You're not stupid, Matt. I'm stupid because I didn't get the stupid idiot Blue Run 14 that was, I thought it was going to be out, and then I didn't check until later in the day, and then it was already sold out. Yeah, super stupid. Does Steelbox ship to Colorado? I don't know. Probably. Reviewing. Oh, that's good. Oh, hell yeah, that's good. Hell yeah, brother. Hell yeah. That's a good, bro. That's good. Son of a bee sting, that's good. I don't care. I'm C was a 7.9, scratching it. I'll 8.3? 8.3 on C? Hell yeah. Man, I liked C. I did like the C. Steelbox does ship to Colorado, I am. And FOMO is real. I can't stand it. FOMO is a problem. It is whiskey. Oh, whiskey A. Are you from Canada? That's a real problem, eh? Big problem. Speaking of rye whiskeys, the Carters sent me a batch 8 rye yesterday out of the blue. So I'm going to review that soon. Can't wait to get into that son of a bitch. The Carters, if you're not, they're such great people. They're just really, really nice people. So if you're not like, I know that their stuff is expensive and it's hard to find, but it's not their fault. They're just awesome. They're the best. Okay. Glass A. Then we're going to reveal. Then I'm going to do the Johnny Smoking Gun. Then I'm going to pass out before I pass out. That good old Canada water, eh? All right. Glass A. Glass AA. How many bottles of Blue Run 14 are there? Yeah, I don't know. Oh, man. That's actually... If we're going to spin it, we might as well spin it. There it goes. There it goes. Hell yeah. Hell's friggin' yeah. Look at it go. 100 miles an hour. 200 miles an hour. 600 miles an hour. Sound barrier. No big deal. The heck is that? I like that. I do like that. Chimp Pits. Sweet ass name. The Dick Tabasco video, though. Laughed so hard. I literally almost didn't put it, like, I contemplated making it public because I feel bad saying such bad things about something and about people. Like when I was like, you should be fired, rewatching it, I'm like, I probably shouldn't say that. Oh, Kevin. Frigging Kevin! Home Alone. Any updates on the barrel char in the jar? Yes. I'm curious about the light whiskey, the heavy char. Yes. So that video will also be out next week. Watch it. Watch for it. That update video will be out next week. Holy crap, Porter, why did you 10 samples too much? But it's Summer Schlam. That's why we did it. Friggin' Summer Schlam. Oh yeah. The turds are here. Turds are here. Chicken chow. Check it out. Friggin' shelf turds. Johnny Smoking Gun was in that blend. You guys are so far behind, but I love you so hard, so much. Rock hard. I love you guys rock hard. All right. River water almost everywhere in North America has Giardia in it. What is that about, Eric? Why are you guys talking about Giardia? I know somebody very close to me who had that. Who had Giardia once. Not me, though. Friggin'. All right. Okay. I gotta see if this is the best one or if I'm wrong. I love that nose. Damn, that's good. I think I like C more, though. I'm keeping my score A as an 8.2. So we switch them. C became my favorite. A became my second favorite. Let's check out the scores. Let's see what I did. Grant. Oh, Grant. I didn't shoot the video for the barrel char wood products video. I haven't shot that one yet. The only two videos I'm sitting on are a Penelope barrel strength video and Discovery 5. Those two will be out next week, as well as the barrel char wood products video. JG. Giardia? Thought I was on Food Network. Friggin' JG. 877 Mash Meow. Brian Egan. Release the album Shelf Turds. Hell yeah, they better. They better release them. Tickle finished with Giardia. That sounds amazing. All right, ouch. All right, let's see what I did here. Let's see how stupid I look. Last place was E. Oh, it's right on top. E, the letter E. I gave a score of 5.8, which is fair, not good. Didn't really like it. E is, I called it, kind of called it, Seagrass, 118.4 proof, finished in tropical Skittles barrels. After tasting through everything tonight, I'm not sure if it was just tonight, but honestly, I knew it was a finished rye, and I did not love it at all. I didn't like it at all. It was bitter, it was weird, and it didn't stand out. I thought it was a finished rye, and I was right. The score I gave it was based on how I thought it tasted, and I did not like it. So E was Seagrass. Let's move on to fourth place was letter B. I said B was a little bit lighter, ethanol forward. I gave it a score of 7.0. So good. It was good. I said it was good. That was B. And here we go. Here's B. Matt looks like a tough Viking, yeah? That's right. I'm Norwegian, according to what my mom told me. She told me I'm Norwegian, so there. Yeah, I think seagrass is expensive also. 118.4 proof. Weird. I don't know. I didn't love it in the blind flight. I might love it by itself. I could love it by itself, but just not in a blind flight. All right. Fourth place was letter B. Score of 7.0, 7.0. Oh. Was Mayor Pingree orange label. So it's like a 4-year-old 90 proof distillate from Ferndale, Michigan. That is Mayor Pingree, 90 proof rye whiskey, score of 7.0. Third place was D. D, I said, had a long finish. It was lower proof, maybe the lowest proof, but it coated the mouth so well and had a tremendous finish. A tremendous finish. That's what pushed it past the others. And Glass D, score of 7.6. A 7.6. So very good. I liked it a lot. Even for being such a lower proof. Was Nashville. Wow, why did that taste so low proof? That's unbelievable. Oh no, I said lower proof. It wasn't the low proof. Okay, lower proof. That's weird. Nashville Barrel Company, single barrel rye, MGP, 8-year-old, 115.6 proof. Nashville Barrel Company, a 7.6. Very good. I like that one a lot. And then Chair Fund. This chair sucks. My buds are buzzed? That's wrong. It's totally wrong. Yeah, my chair sucks. It's a stool and it hurts. It hurts a lot. Because you're schlammered? No. Totally fine. All right. Second place, blind tasting was Glass A. Glass A, I said dark fruits. Very complex, high proof. I scored Glass A. Well, hey, wait a minute. You're saying that, wait a minute. You're saying because I'm schlammered? In last place, I put Seagrass, which was finished in all sorts of weird barrels. In fourth place, I put a 90 proof 4-year-old, pretty good rye whiskey from Michigan. In third place, I put an 8-year-old MGP. How is that bad? I feel like that's pretty freaking good. Like, there's nothing wrong with my order so far. Porter's order is on point. We'll see what happens in the next two. I could be wrong. I gave Glass A a score of 8.2, which is great. It's a great rye whiskey. I freaking like it a lot. Super good, super great. Dig it so much. Glass A receiving score of 8.2 tonight. E.H. Taylor Rye. Wow. 100 proof 2019 E.H. Taylor Rye. That's really cool. I've never had a bottle of that, so that's a good rye whiskey. An 8.2 on my scale. That's a great rye whiskey. What beat it, though? What beat it? Glass C. Glass C, I said 8.3. It just beat out Glass A, but I liked it a little bit more. I can't remember what I liked about it more, to be honest. Totally different. That's darker fruits all the way. Then Glass C, I might have scored it higher had I not scored it then, but I did score it. So 8.3. For the Comfy Chair Fund, the problem is this. This is elevated back here on like a pedestal. So if I sat in a normal chair, I'd be down here. I'd be like, welcome back to ADHD Whiskey. My name is Matt. And today we're doing a blind flight that's going to be super good. So I had to get a stool. Ouch, it hurts. Oh my gosh, I'm going to fall. Get up. Had to get a stool. So in order to fix it, I actually have to relocate everything to a different wall. Build some sort of like shelving and then sit in a chair, which would be way more comfortable. Oh, all right. Comfy stool fun. All right. Glass C was my winner. Score of 8.3. It is no shit. It's the Rye 3 Mash and Journey Cask Strength Private Reserve Blend. 123.6 proof, non-age dated. Amazing stuff. So good. So stinking good. Dang, I wish I had a bottle of that, but I don't. Hanging in Arizona, if Matt had an intern with a handlebar mustache who handed him drinks, this show would be complete. I don't need to buy a handlebar mustache. Whiskey Nose says, keep your head under the table, but your thoughts on a chair. That's pretty funny. Okay, so guess what? That mashed and jerk. Okay, I'm going to pour a little bit more. I have to. Is it that good? That Rye 3 blend? Okay. I'm going to have to like reach out to those guys because that's really good. I freaking dig that. I need a comfy visitor's chair for my wife. Yeah, I do for show. Austin Felt says, I have that bottle. And I can't see what face he's making. I think they're smiley faces. See a citrus soda. Tom W. Open that tonight. There's a lot of raisin on there. A little bit of date. That's a good rye whiskey. Hell yeah, that's good. Good job, Jason and friggin' Scott. So good. Arrowhead is a solid 9.4. What the heck is Arrowhead? No idea. All right. We literally made it through 10 different blind flights. Is that the highest score? What did I score in my bourbons? An 8.4 was my highest bourbon, which was E. I can't remember what that was. Can't remember. But Mash and Journey, the Mash and Journey rye pick got an 8.3. It's going to be interesting to see how this shakes out in the morning. Anybody like High West? Heck yeah. America. High West is good. America. 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 Just like we promised, it's 12:47 Eastern time. It's only 10:47 here in the Mountain Time Zone, which doesn't seem like a real thing. But like I promised, tonight, will Johnny Smoking Gun overtake Dickel Tabasco as my least favorite thing I've ever drank? Actually, I think Wayland Ranch is probably worse than Dickel Tabasco, but I don't have any more Wayland Ranch, and I'm not willing to purchase anymore because El Grosso. So it will not ever see the ratings board unless it's sent to me. But Johnny Smoking Gun is supposed to not be great. It's an 87 proof son of a bitch. I'm going to empty this glass into D. I'm going to rinse it because it deserves all of its glory. There we are. Gonna swirl the water. And then throw the water out of the glass. Yukon Jack. Yukon Jack is like, that's like, I think Yukon Jack is like grain minerals. Like, isn't that like, it's not all whiskey, is it? Ah, Johnny Smoking Gun. into the Glen. All 1 ounce of it, too. I put all 1 ounce in there. Putting the lid back on. The shelf turds and friends say that this is the worst ever. So, I guess I have to taste it. It's all gross, Maddie. Well, we're about to find out. Not saving some for later? Nah, we're good. Here it is. It's in there. Swirl it and twirl it. Johnny Smoking Gun is as dizzy as he's ever going to be. Hey, Johnny, do you like the tilt-a-whirl ride? You don't? Let me turn it up for you. There it goes. So fast. So furious. In for the nose. Johnny Smoking Gun. Here we are. Young. The nose does not make me want to throw up. It smells okay. Not great. I went deep right there. Ooh. Okay. The Dickel Tabasco, I went back to it 3 or 4 times, trying to get past the vomit to smell anything else, and I couldn't do it. This smells young, grain forward, salty. It smells salty. It almost smells like a California roll. I mean, it's not like this does not call it a solid ball of shit. I'd rather drink a solid ball of shit. Okay, Johnny Smoking Gun on the nose. I can nose all day. Look at it. Here's my nose. Here's the glass. It's all the way in there. It's all the way in there. I could drink it through. There's a little smoke on there, actually, which is weird. Burnt tire, a little bit of burnt tire. It smells like a non-peated scotch a little bit, kind of Band-Aidy. But I can smell this all day without like really making a face. Remember when Shaq was like, what, the hot chip challenge? He's like, oh, but you didn't. I can eat that and not make a face. I can smell this and not make a face. I cannot smell Dickel Tabasco without making a face. Warm sushi, says Shelf Turds. Tuna can, not so much tuna. It smells like rice and like imitation crab with, yeah, it smells like a California roll. All right, down the hatch. Swirl it and twirl it. Love you all so much. Johnny Smoking Gun. It's not great. Oh, gets worse. Gets worse. Yeah, here it goes. The finish. Okay. Oh boy. Why does it take so long to do that? What in the heck is? Wow. Okay. That tastes. Okay. That tastes like a balloon. That tastes like I just blew up. So what we do for my children's birthdays is we blow up a whole bag. Like, well, okay, when I say we, I mean me. Everybody goes to sleep at night, and I blow up a bag of balloons for the kids, and I just throw them on the floor so they have balloons to play with in the morning. That tastes like a bag of balloons. Whew. Johnny Smoking Gun received a score of 2.7. Johnny Smoking Gun, 2.7. It ain't great. 2.7. All right. Got a message from the wifey. She wants to go to bed. I'm pretty much schlammered already. So it's time to tuck the kiddos in. Time to get them to sleep. I want to thank each and every one of you for being here Even though I had to be an hour late because of the power outage, you're all amazing. 218 people here. So much. Thank you so much. That's incredible. I love you all. Greenpeace says, I wish you the best. Thanks for the company. Got to roll as well. Amazing. Tonight was a fun night. Super cool. DC, thank you for the friggin' flights. You're amazing. You're the best. Next week, I'm going to do something similar. I think next week, I'm going to do a gigantic 12 whiskey Jim Beam flight. Knob Creek versus Booker's from the Minnesota Whiskey Elite. And then the week after is going to be the Matt Madness Finals. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for being here. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for being patient. Cannot wait to see you next week. From the bottom of my borderline, probably enlarged heart, friggin' love you so much. My name is Matt. This is ADHD Whiskey. And like I always say, keep your head in the clouds, but your mind on giving everything scores. Like your Hot Pockets and your frozen pizzas and your deli turkey and your macaroni and cheese and your children and your wife and your marriage and your life. Put a score on it and then deal with it. Make it better if you have to. That's all I got to say about that. Also want to say that I'm really hungry to go for a cheeseburger right now.